Good day, everyone. We are here today to introduce our topic entitled Objectification of Women in Pop Songs, authored by male artists, a generational comparative analysis. We've observed that in both generations, music has long been an avenue for male artists to objectify women. Music is far more recognized compared to other forms of arts because it reflects societal changes, struggles, and triumphs according to Kanban To and Zhang 2019. Songwriters and composers naturally exaggerate the messages and emotions they wish to convey. Often, this leads to over-description or objectification of themes, particularly regarding things that people commonly desire or admire, such as women. However, this type of objectification involves perceiving and treating women negatively as a mere objects, according to Nussbaum in 1995. In Philippine context, Filipino pop music is known for its energetic beats, catchy melodies, and strong vocals which faces emerging representation and diversity in its genre according to Kerlinger in 2022. While the industry has produced empowering and socially conscious music, there is a discernible trend of objectification and sexualization of women in the lyrics of male artists. For our objectives, we aim to identify male-authored pop songs that objectify women through evaluating its linguistic features, particularly those released during the Gen Z and Gen Alpha eras. For the second objectives, we aim to examine the types of objectification of women that are common or different between two generations. For the last objectives, we aim to investigate the impact of women objectification on young adults, particularly modern women's self-perceptions.
To present the methods, we will employ a descriptive design, comparatively analyzing women objectifying lyrics in pop songs authored by male artists from the Gen Z and Gen Alpha eras, and their potential impact on young adults' women's self-perceptions. Purposive sampling method is also taken into consideration. This is to ensure that the corpus of the study is appropriate and relevant, similar with how we select pertinent literatures to the study. Phase 1 involves a content analysis wherein a corpus of the songs purposely sampled based on chart popularity and streaming data. We will have their lyrics transcribed using Google transcriptions and will be thematically coded for linguistic features using a scheme based on the key linguistic objectification theories. And the types of objectifications are also identified using a scheme based on objectification theories. The coders will analyze the lyrics, frequencies, and percentages of objectification types will be compared across eras. Phase 2 consists of a survey of all female second-year BAO students, utilizing a survey questionnaire that includes demographics, listening habits, and a Women Objectification Impact Index. Data will be collected via an online or in person, and descriptive statistics will be used to summarize survey responses. Ethical considerations, including informed consent, anonymity, confidentiality, and other resources will be strictly adhered to.
As mentioned previously by my groupmate, we have observed that music has been an avenue for male artists to objectify women, and this is seen throughout their music videos and lyrics. Our study focuses on the latter part, the lyrics. The normalization of women's objectification in entertainment has significant consequences. This can potentially influence people's perception of women, reinforce harmful stereotypes, and even contribute to a culture that tolerates or even encourages such objectification. This is particularly visible in movies and, in this case, most importantly, in pop songs. According to Gill of 2007, the entertainment industry depicts men as dominant and strong, while women are seen as weak vessels that are objectified as victims of circumstances. The objectification of women in entertainment this encompasses various forms such as music, film, television, songs. This has been a persistent and pervasive phenomenon across generations, and women's objectification in the music industry is evident especially in popular songs. According to Roberts of 1997, sexual objectification occurs in daily social interactions and is actually highly likely to be focused on women rather than men with negative consequences. Popular music often objectifies women, and this can lead to negative consequences such as depression, anxiety, disordered eating, and decreased intellectual performance and internal motivation. This is according to Channel and Klingsik. This is why music should include lyrics that empower women and recognize them as equal individuals to men. Pop music plays a significant role in framing public opinions and influencing social norms. This is according to Aguisando and Longdayo of 2024. Um, it has been revealed that pop R&B is the most dominant type of music in the Philippines, and sexism is one of the ideologies embedded in pop music lyrics. This includes objectifying women. There is a significant difference in how women are represented in rap songs by men and women artists. Women in rap songs, a difference between male and female voices, is a study by Balnag et al. In 2021 that highlights the role and position of women in modern day society as reflected in their music. It reveals that songs by female artists promote women empowerment, whereas male artists have a higher tendency in objectifying women in their songs. A study by Rogers and Hust in 2018 explores how adolescent and college aged women interpret sexual objectification in music and how these perceptions influence their acceptance of sexually offensive behaviors. Viewers who accept the sexual objectification of women in music videos and find them entertaining or realistic are more likely less to be offended by offensive sexual behaviors in real life, such as catcalling or unwanted physical advances. This only suggests a normalization of such behaviors through media consumption. Music media has been studied for its content specifically on sex and violence. Cato et al. Of 2022 explored the co-occurrence of violent sexual content and degrading terms toward women in music lyrics, and has found that the most common category was sexual content, followed by degrading terms toward women. This raises concerns about the influence of such music on youth and young adults and suggests that media literacy education could help adolescents recognize and challenge gender stereotypic portrayals in music.
This presentation will explore the objectification of women in male authored pop songs from Gen Z and Alpha eras. Our analysis employs the Linguistic Objectification Index, or LOI, and Martha Nussbaum's 1995 and Ray Langton 2007 types of objectification to examine two songs, which would be Banyo Queen by Andrew E., representing pre-Gen Z influence, and Neneng P by Nick Makino, a Gen Z example. We further analyze the potential impacts of this objectification using Women Objectification Impact Index, or WOOI, focusing on self-perception dimensions among young female adults. For the linguistic analysis and objectification types, and the Table 1 and 2 analysis shows that our study utilizes the Linguistic Objectification Index, informed by objectification theorists, to detect the linguistic features contributing to women objectification. Numerical weights were assigned based on severity and impact. We further identified objectification types using Nussbaum's and Langton's classifications, noting the frequency of each types in both songs to compare Gen Z and Gen Alpha trends. Banyo Queen exemplifies objectification through instrumentality, reducing women to a means for male gratification. The woman's perspective is silenced, denying her autonomy and subjectivity. Fungibility is present, portraying her as interchangeable, lacking depth beyond her physical role. There are suggestions of violation without explicit consent and a clear sense of male ownership over her body. The song fixates on her physical appearance, reducing her identity to physical and sexual dimensions. Meanwhile, Neneng B demonstrates 6 out of 10 objectification types. Instrumentality is evident, portraying women as equals. Silencing occurs through rhetorical questions answered by the singer and dismissive lyrics. Denial of subjectivity disregards women's feelings, while violability is shown through sexually suggestive lines. The song reduces women to their bodies and appearance and focusing on physical attributes only.
For our comparative analysis in the Gen Z versus Gen Alpha lyric composition by male artists, Table 3 shows that even while separated by time, both songs perpetuate objectifying tropes, reducing women to physical attributes and establishing male dominance. Nanning B exhibits more explicit language and contemporary slang, reflecting on evolution in objectification expression. For their similarities and differences, Nanning B has a higher frequency of objectification instances, while Manu Queen demonstrates more exploitation and portrays women solely as sexual objects. However, both songs share common themes, which are instrumentality, silencing, reduction to appearance and body, and highlighting persistent, harmful stereotypes. For our impact analysis, our table 4 shows that Women Objectification Impacts Index was employed to measure the impacts of women objectification. Gathered impacts are categorized based on the dimensions of self-perceptions: physical, emotional, social, sexual, and cognitive. The presence of objectifying language in popular songs normalizes harmful stereotypes and contributes to gender inequality. Despite linguistic evolution, the persistence of these themes necessitates critical media literacy and societal dialogue about women's presentation in popular culture.